Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the World Class Championship Wrestling Review Series. We are journeying into July of 1986, July 6th, 85. I'm sorry, 1985. July 6th, 1985. Pretty basic show. They don't really have a lot going on at the moment. We move through a series of 5 first-run segments, less flashbacks than they used to have, which is a good thing, at least in my estimation it is. Kelly Kiniski and Brian Diaz, very basic match. Kiniski is a guy who has been around, really hasn't done much. Diaz is, as a friend to the Von Erichs, kind of grandfathered in to have kind of a spot. Very basic match, not something that you would win any fans over with, but solid to start a card, be it a house show or a television product like this one, at least for 1985 standards. Would bore the heck out of most fans today, but I tend to like what other people find boring. Kiniski really hasn't found his stride here yet. Very basic moves in the beginning, arm locks and arm bars and the like. Diaz makes him carry weight early. This translates into Kiniski, who is the larger guy, coming up with power moves. Power is his thing. Interesting that back suplex is the first major move for Kiniski in this one. We do see him try to cut Diaz off quite a bit, and tries to do so in whatever way he sees fit. Tries to kind of sort of just go at him there, and then we see Kiniski wearing down on Diaz rather quickly, rather authoritatively. Rolls up with a backslide, though, is the victory for Brian Diaz out of pretty much nowhere. Then we move into American champion and one part of the tag team champions in Chris Adams against Mike Reed. Not your typical match here. As Adams having to drop down. Maybe they're trying to elevate Reed. Maybe they're trying to use Reed for something more, or maybe they just didn't have enough to fill out the program. Obviously, Adams, the bigger star, been around for a couple of years by this point in world class, both as a babyface and a heel. Reed kind of been an enhancement talent. You can get good matches out of him, but he's not gonna sell you any merchandise. Not that they had merchandise in World Class in 85, but that's beside the point. Very basic match. Adams cranking on the headlock, going to town on the guy, using, more of a very basic ground style. He will cheat whenever he can, and does on many occasions, sending him into the buckle and the like. Just surprised to see him in this position of having to go in a direction that's not too terribly wonderful for Adams. Adams does hit a pile driver, but actually waits for the super kick to be the finish. Bit surprising there. Mike Von Erich gives his prognosis update along with his training partner and friend Iceman King Parsons. The training update relatively simple, that in fact Mike is a couple of weeks away from returning. Ice says he does many laps in the pool every day, does strength training and all of that. Very basic interview, but maybe we see Iceman Parsons with a win down the road here. Then we go to what was supposed to be our main event for the day, but that changes. Iceman King Parsons and One Man Gang Killer Brooks supposed to go at it, but One Man Gang and Gary Hart's others are out there. This causes Kevin Von Erich to run in, even up the sides. Our tag team main event is Von Erich and the Iceman against One Man Gang and Killer Brooks. 2/3 of the tandem that Gary Hart intends to have be the 6-man tag team champions, so maybe they're getting some extra ring time. Power from the gang, pretty simple. The baby faces do hit double drop kicks and the likes on the gang to get rid of him. For the most part, it's Brooks and Parsons that own the majority of the match, more so because Brooks is a smaller guy and able to kind of keep going. Tag off to Kevin. Kevin hits the body scissors style maneuver. That gives him an advantage. He's always liked that full body scissors, and here is no different. We then move through the match, break down again what the original match was going to be with Brooks and Iceman. They go at it for a little bit. The crowd solidly behind the baby faces. Big surprise there. This is a very good television main event, but also very paint by numbers predictable. Anytime the gang's in there, the heels have the advantage. Brooks is there to be the punching bag. They do cut the ring off on Parsons for a while, several minutes, and then kind of move through to all four guys being in there for a little bit. This leads to a bit of a breakdown in the control for the referee. Not a big surprise there. They continue going as long as they possibly can. Referee loses control as all guys want to get in there. We eventually do see the claw applied to the one-man gang. This caused bleeding when Kerry did it. Does not cause bleeding here. But your eventual victors are the baby faces, and Kevin says let's keep going, and the match does not keep going, nor does this episode. We'll be back with more right after this.